Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're gonna so I just got all these goosebumps. You can't. I'm wearing this is a shirt, but you can't really see. But I have freckles all over. But I just got all of these goosebumps like as soon as you said that. So that's them. That's if they show up. The first thing as I'm getting that, like right before you said that, the first thing she shows me or this person shows me in my head is giving you a hug around your neck, like this big hug around your neck, and she's talking about like you're the pretty one and I'm the goofy one or something like that. Like she's like comparing how me and my sister were, like my older one. And so I'm like, this is a very, very strong personality. Like talks about like, it's almost like backwoods-ish a little bit. Like, I'm going to beat your butt. Like, I'm going to beat your ass. Like, don't you worry about it. Like, that type of thing. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are we yelling at? And it's like, you stop it. Like, what are you doing? Says, talking about boots.
Boots?
Boots.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yeah, why? So literally just brought up boots. And I'm like, all right, that's random. I don't know them. What about them?
She stole my Thanksgiving turkey and my mom took her boots.
Really? So that's part. Okay. That's part of like she's messing. She's showing me like this fighting, like oh stop it, like I'll kick your ass type of thing, and then she brings up boots, and I'm like, where does? Okay, so this is that intense game of pictogram I'm talking about. Please hold on. Do you still have them?
No, I don't.
Where are they at now?
My mom had them because they didn't fit me. I don't know. They got lost. They got lost.
Okay, because she keeps talking about like the boots are like a misplacement of boots or like something like that, and I'm like, but she says they still have them, so I don't know where they're at. I don't know how that works. Hang on,
could be in a box somewhere in storage.
I don't know if you find them later on. You remember our session? I'll be like, that bitch told me this. Hang on, she said There's something about, she keeps talking about big ol' hug. There's something about, she's bringing up my symbol for like lover or relationship or something like that. Brings up a symbol for, does somebody have a little boy and does somebody have a little girl or something like that?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Like brings up those two symbols. She's just right now she's playing. So I'm getting into, it's like you start on this wave. And so she's like, boop, boop, like lighting things up in my head. She's talking about how, she says, I didn't want to die, silly. I'm just fine. Like that, like laughs. And so for me, that's her showing that I'm okay. That's her showing that I'm okay. I'm going to get into what happened and how she did it, but very happy about being with some sort of large dog we're patting. Don't know what that is. Very happy about like rubs them on the side. And that's the only reason I see it. It's like this. And I'm like, no dog's side is this big. Like, what the shit is this? And she's, I'm your angel. She's like, I'm here. I'm happy. I'm your angel. She's like doing like this on the floor, like laying on the ground and like turning over and like just smiling at me. I'm like, what are you doing? It's good. It's good. It's just happy. She's talking about, she's laughing with you. She's making me hear conversations with you. And this is this like a sister best friend vibe? Who is this?
Yeah, we were best friends for 15 years.
Holy crap. Okay, literally. Okay. Because I'm asking, I was like, what about I go, what about like your mom talking about y'all's? And she was like, oh no, that's not mine. But I call her that. Like that whole thing. And I'm like, okay. Hold on. You can feel that bond all the way through. It's crazy. It's like a tie. Hang on. Says something about an older gentleman that was like, we were concerned about him passing or something like that, or he did. And like, she's bringing him through and he's a little bit like crickety a little bit. And I'm like, all right, like, just like, she's like bringing up these people. I'm like, what's going on? Says, so her passing was very fast. She's talking about, bam, gone. Like, that's it. She's talking about, woke up, didn't even know what I was. Didn't even know what happened. Didn't even know what happened. I don't know why she's talking about being slammed or like being powered down. It's one or the other. And she's like, that's
she died of an overdose.
Perfect. Yeah. She's just showing me that powered down, like, quick. I'm like, okay. That's why I'm like, she's laughing. She goes, I'm fucking stupid. I was fucking stupid. I knew what I was doing. It'd be a little too much like that. I'm like, I've done it before. She'd done it before. I'm asking her, I was like, was this a consistent thing? Was this a new thing? Whatever this is. And she's talking about, but she's not like a drug head though. Like, that's not a thing with her. And she's just laughing about like party type of thing, like that type of vibe. That's why she feels happy. That's why she's not depressed and stuck. That's why, because it's not a. So was this a pill she took? How is it laced? What is that then? What happened with it?
I'm assuming she was either smoking heroin or she injected herself with heroin.
Okay. Because she keeps making me feel opioid. For me, that's pill all the time. Sorry. And so it's like, she's describing a situation. And so I'm listening. She's like, I have to believe I wasn't a bad person. I wasn't a bad person, And I'm like, I know you're not. I know you're not. And she's like, oh, I smoked it. I shot it. Maybe I did both. I said, what? I know, not the good stuff. I said, what type is it? Is it black tar? Is it white? Whatever this is. She's like, oh, not the good stuff. She's like, we don't get that here. I was like, oh, okay. She's talking about how.
I'm not trying to laugh, but
yeah, I no. That's what she's saying. This is legit. She's talking about how was the boyfriend responsible for this or something like that? Okay, because she keeps having a guy that she looks up to, and I'm like, this is not dad that's doing this. This is obviously, and she shows my sexuality symbol, so I'm like, all right, this boyfriend. She's talking about. You saying, I told you. You saying that. And she's like, I know. Keep saying that over again. She's making me hear your voice in my head. And I tell her I love her so much. And she was freaking right. She was freaking right. Talking about you. Says, so he made her try it?
I'm assuming so, yeah. She was like, oh, he does it, but I'm not going to do it. Like, that's not the kind of person I am. And then literally like 3 months later, I was getting a phone call. Like, she went so quick. I've never seen anybody pass away that quick from being on drugs.
Because she blames, I ask her, she's showing me this very lighthearted, happy, excited, fun, a little bit cynical girl about the world. And then she goes in and I was like, so this is not a long-term habit. And she says, like, I tried it. I was hooked. And then she says, and then it went too fast. And for me, this literally feels like 2 weeks. It doesn't feel like, because then she's also talking about how like she didn't lose weight or something like that. And then I'm like, how are like, she did though. Her jeans are falling off. What is happening? Did she lose weight that quickly?
I lived out of town for a while, and the last time I saw her, she was a lot skinnier than she had been prior to me seeing her.
Okay, because she keeps referencing herself to like me. So I was about 80 pounds heavier before Crohn's hit me. And so I was like, what size, 19, 20 or whatever it is. And now I'm 0. And she's showing herself like, this was me before. I'm, I have hips and like my boobs are here and like I'm thick and I like it and I like to like move, this stuff. And then I said, but she didn't lose a lot of weight. And then all of a sudden she shows me a picture of myself like after I had a big flare up and you could see like the concave of your hips. And I was like, oh, you did. She said, nobody gets tattoos of a drug overdose person.
Huh?
I'll tell you about that. Hang on. You heard that right. Hang on. I asked her, I go, is there anything in memorial of you? I said, is there anything out there in memorial of you? And she's showing me simple lines, like heart, simple lines, forever stuff. So I'm like, okay, tattoos, right? Like that's a whole thing. And then she's like feeling bad about herself for a second. And she's like, oh, nobody gets tattoos for like people that drug overdose like that. And I'm like, no, they do. Like that's a whole big thing. And I'm like, she's talking to you. She's like, that's like my sister. That's like my sister. I just want to come back. I just want to come back. Hang on. She thought he was so hot.
Oh, he was pretty good looking.
Yeah, that's what she's showing me. She's showing me this slightly X-rated photo of this gentleman, like from like the hips up, like shirtless. And I'm like, I mean, I see what you're talking about, but like, you know, she's, wait. Something about, okay, do you have a new phone? Okay. Yeah. Sorry, she's talking about something about a new phone, don't have the text messages anymore or something like that. And that's okay. Okay. That's why I was like, there's so many questions going on in my head. I'm sorry. I go really fast. Talking about she's talking about the birth of a child. She's talking about the birth of a child. And I don't know who did you have the son? Who had the son?
I have a son. Yeah.
Perfect.
I had my son a couple months before she passed away.
Okay. Okay, cool. Cause she is all perfect. She's acknowledging like this birth of this child and like not being there and like wanting to be in this life. And like, this is like my godson. That's how we feel about this.
I was also in the room with her when she had her son too. And, so she never really got to be in his life. So it could be that too.
Oh no, this is all about you following yours around. Wait, let me see if I can get about him. Hang on.
She has 3 kids.
Yeah, I was going to say, who has the little girl with the pigtails? I was like, is that you?
So I have a daughter and she also has a daughter. So she has 2 sons and a daughter, and I have a daughter and a son.
Okay. She keeps showing me the symbols for kids, and she keeps showing me these hefty kids. And then she's showing me like this little girl with pigtails. And I'm like, all right, what is this? I'm like, where are we going at?
Her daughter wears pigtails a lot though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all's kids don't play together?
No, I live out of state now.
Okay, cool. I asked her, I said, oh my God, they get together. Like they're going to get married one day. And she's like, oh no, they don't play together. I was like, oh, okay. Says, making money, talking about you. Like, I guess you're married or something. And she's talking about making money and like living the dream, like laughing about that or something.
Well, I'm getting married, but I haven't gotten married yet.
Oh, perfect. There you go. Sorry. She shows me the thing for wedding rings like that. And so I was like, okay, cool. When is that happening?
Next year. When he gets back from deployment.
Oh, that's why he's traveling. Oh, that's the Okay. Hold on. We'll get into that. Hang on. Hold on. I want to get into her talking about I'm guessing you have. So now what she's doing is she's showing me being at this wedding, and then she's showing me like this older couple coming up and being at this wedding. And then she's showing me, I guess she's like trying to invite all these dead people to this event. And I don't know why that is. And she's talking about, hang on. I don't know why she moved all the way out there, but she doesn't like it. I mean, I think it's good that you have a new fresh start, though. She's talking about you. She says, hang on. Is the grandfather from dad's side, mom's side passed?
For her? I'm not sure.
For you.
For me, my grandfather from my dad's side?
From mom's side.
From my mom's side, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Sorry. This is like I'm trying to figure out who these older people are that are showing up. And so I'm like, okay, align yourself. And so I kind of have like this map that shows like who is this person associated with, right? So he lines himself behind mom's side. And I'm like, okay, that's you here right now. And this person, he is where he's talking about being like this really, really hardworking guy, talking about being. Did y'all? I don't understand this. So I'm asking about locations. I'm asking about where at. They're crisscrossing me all over this freaking map, and I'm like, where are we going? Where are we going? What are we doing? There's something about like Georgia or near Georgia. There's something about Texas.
Georgia.
Okay, what is Georgia? What's up with Georgia?
My grandpa passed away in Georgia.
Okay, perfect. Where is he from originally?
I think he is from Georgia. He has his sisters from Georgia and stuff. And then he was also in the military.
Also in the military. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I'm asking this gentleman, and he's never been channeled before. And so what they do is they play with my stuff, and I'm like, can you just choose? Can you choose? So it's like I think he's showing me I'm here, and then he's moving it to Georgia. He's coming back. He's moving. Is coming. And I'm like, yes, I'm in Texas, like this. And I'm like, can you please just show me a sign? Leave me alone. Hang on. Wait. Got her go. She's talking about your husband. Got herself. I'm going to call him husband. Got herself a looker there, saying you couldn't go back for. Wait. Was it okay? She's showing me. Did you take the kids to her funeral?
She didn't have a funeral.
That's where it's at. Okay. Did we, what is it? Did we go and we give honors to her or something like that with the kids? Because she's talking about like, y'all are there. She's putting you holding one. And what happened?
So her parents have a memorial garden in their backyard. And when I go to Oregon, I take my kids there and we let them play together and we talk about memories and things.
Perfect. Because she's acknowledging bringing the kids and taking to this spot to love her. And that's why I'm like, what is this? And then she kept saying like, that's the thing that was throwing me off. She's showing me she's there. She memorialized me. She honored me. But then she says it was, she couldn't come to my funeral. And I'm like, well, how do you not come to your funeral, but you memorialize and honor somebody? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. So thank you.
Her parents didn't want to have a funeral because they didn't want to deal with everybody that she had been associated with.
I understand now. Hang on. Do you have any questions for her? By the way, your grandfather's a big part of your life. I don't know if you know that. That's a huge thing right now. I don't know. Like, do you not even like really know him?
Not a whole lot. I have memories of him when I was little.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because he's showing up, and while I'm talking to you, I'm asking him. I go, when was the last time you saw him? When was the last time you saw him? And he just shows me is like you being the same age as your kids, like little. And so I'm like, okay, so he's definitely a person that like guides you and makes sure you're okay. He's a person that got you with the husband. He's a person that I need you to pray to whenever you're feeling like you're really lost or like you need some sort of direction because he's been guiding you this entire time. Okay. Now, Carly has been with you. She's still dealing with stuff of her own. She's still, hold on. She's laughing. She's giggling. She's fun. She feels like she's 16. Like she feels like she's a 16-year-old kid in my head. Like, and I know she's not, but that's how she feels. And I guess that's probably a prime in her life when she was happy, and when she's with you. And when you are feeling really, really sad, if you feel like you're really, really alone, I want you to call on her and she will come and she'll sit with you and she'll be with you. And I'm sure you'll probably be able to feel her as well, just like you saw them show up. That's part of you saying, oh, hey, here they are, right? But in a physical way. Do you have any questions for me or for her or anything?
Yeah, I was wondering if like another female energy was.
Yeah, hang on. Let's see. Let me see. There's some sort of interesting like an ant vibe or something like that. And I don't know. Okay, perfect. It's older. It's not old, but it's just like right on that level with me. Hang on. Hang on. Shh. This person's all about like babies. All about babies. This person is. This person feels like they like to take people out and like shop a lot or something like that. Like they're all about being more showy. Hang on. Was this person heavier set? Really? She comes through and she's like large and in charge in my head for some reason. Like I'm here.
Her personality, maybe.
Yeah, it's just like very like I'm here. Let's talk about it. We're gonna get into it. Like let's go and see. I'm gonna eat this. Like this, is what we're doing, like that. And so I'm like, hang on. I'm switching energies now. Where are you going with this? Is this like related to mom's side as well?
Yes.
Perfect. Cool. Because I'm like, where do you align yourself with? And she floats on over here with his guy. And I'm like, okay. Talking about like I made it, I'm fine. Was she like 40 something when she passed?
She was, I think she was 50, 40, 50.
Okay, cool. She's putting me up in like the 47, 48 range. So I'm like, you're not, an old person yet. Hang on. Cool. Sorry, they don't do numbers. It's feelings. So I'm like judging based on that. I'm like, hold on. She's funny. She's very, very likes to be in control, likes to be in charge. She's like, I'm fine. I'm good. I guess is this mom's sister?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Cause she's keeps hinting at your mom, like how your friend hints at you, like messing with you, like, oh, like that. She's amazed at how, does she have a type of cancer?
No.
What happened with her? Cause she's talking about her body decaying and she's like,
she died from cirrhosis of the liver from alcohol.
Perfect. Okay. Cause she's showing me her laying in a hospital bed and like her whole body just deteriorating. And for me, that's normally cancer. It's a long standing thing. No wonder she's a party type of person. No wonder she wants to be there drinking, going out to eat. Like, oh my God, I'm going to have more wine, like stuff like that. She's walking around in shorts, a tank top, and flip-flops.
Yep. That's exactly what she wore that all the time.
That's what she's wearing right now. She's walking around in my head and she's like, hey, like very, very busy. And she has like these flip-flops on, these shorts that like come up to here, and then this shirt. And she's like, hey. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, this is that type of energy that shows up. Oh my God. Girls, I love them. I love them. If I could spend more time with them, I could. Hang on. Tell your darling mother not to burden herself with me or something like that anymore. I don't know what's going on with that. Hang on. I love her. She did the best she could. So I don't know what happened with mom or like what was going on with that, or
she was taking care of her at the end. And I went to Arizona 4 times this year to be there to help.
So she's new to death. No wonder. Oh, she's great. Don't feel bad about her. She's one. I haven't seen somebody that quickly bounce back in a long time. She's like tan, short shirt, t-shirt. Like that's the whole thing with her right now. I don't know what's going on. Why?
You see tan?
Yeah. Why?
Oh my gosh, that's so her. She's so funny. Like I swear, she was supposed to be Mexican in her life, but we were white. Spicy foods, the spiciest foods, tamale making, taco eating, tannest woman I've ever met in my life.
She looks like somebody. That's why when you said Washington earlier and this woman energy is coming in, I'm like, this has to be Southern California. Like there's no reason. Like
we're from Southern California, but
shut up.
Yeah, I live in Southern California right now. So in like the Fresno area. You were actually here at the Sequoias, and I was like, I want to come and just see you, but I couldn't.
Oh my God. Well, how long are you going to be there for?
My fiance's stationed here for another like 2 year and a half to 2 years.
Well, I literally come to like Fresno, Sequoia, Shaver Lake. That's where I get Airbnbs up there. That's where my husband's family lives. One of them lives in Auberry. The other one lives on Shaver Lake up there. And so I'm constantly in that area. So I go there. We're going to go back again in 2.5 months. And then I'll be there for literally the whole holiday of Christmas and New Year's. So let me know. I will pop by. We can even have a session in person if you want to. Okay. So what I want you to do right now, in closing, just because, God, tell mom she's okay.
I'm gonna let her watch the video.
She's funny. Oh my God. Like she's cool. She loves her. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to take a cup. She's still with me. She's probably going to be with me for a while. It's like when you excite an energy, when you excite a person, it's like they get so happy that they can talk to you. It's like, and then they feed off of you and they're so excited of telling you that they're okay. They're fine. They made it, because she keeps talking about there was like an air of terror, like an air of fear that went along with it. But she still had this reserved sense about her. Like, oh, I will be fine. I'm going into like the great beyond. Right. Right.
Yeah. She didn't tell anybody what was going on with her. So we had no idea until it was like literally the end.
Yeah, literally it was too late. And she's just trying. She's showing me how she had this like reserve quality about her with it. But now she's everywhere. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. So what I want you to do right now in closing is, like I said, take a couple minutes, have a good breather, have a good cry if you can, because it's a lot of energy from a lot of people. Let mom know that dad is there. Dad has sister. I knew he was here for a reason. It's more than just your friend and you, but he's there. And then what I want you to do tonight before you go to bed, when you get about 5 minutes to yourself in a quiet time, I want you to tell them all thank you and that you love them all, because they come through and they give us their energy, and we have to be good people and we have to give some of ours back to them. Okay. And then if you have any questions or if you need me, just email me. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome. Love you, babe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.